Modi's meeting with Russian President in Moscow. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is under close observation by his Western alliance as he meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow, marking his first foreign trip since beginning his third term in June. Modi arrived on Monday only hours after Russian bombing in Ukraine killed at least 41 people, including patients at a children's hospital, causing a global outcry. Modi's trip coincides with a NATO summit in Washington, where Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine is a major topic. Photos showed Modi and Putin warmly greeting each other, while a video of Putin calling Modi "my dearest friend" has gone viral in India. The US has expressed concern, urging Modi to emphasize Ukraine's territorial integrity. Ukrainian President Zelensky criticized Modi's visit, calling it a blow to peace efforts. Modi offered to help establish peace in Ukraine, condemning the recent attack on a children's hospital. The NATO summit marks its 75th anniversary and opposes Moscow's actions in Ukraine, while India has refrained from explicit criticism of Putin, focusing instead on dialogue and diplomacy. Some speculate whether Modi's visit benefits Putin by countering Western isolation efforts. Vinay Kwatra, Permanent Secretary to the Indian Foreign Ministry, stated that PM Modi's visit to Moscow is merely a scheduling priority and not linked to the NATO summit. India and Russia have long-standing defense and strategic ties dating back to the Cold War, with Russia being a major weapon supplier to India, which faces border disputes with Pakistan and China. Experts like former Ambassador Pankaj Sharan highlight that the relationship encompasses more than defense, including energy and technology cooperation. Russia has helped India build nuclear power plants, and since the Ukraine war, India has bought discounted Russian oil, boosting bilateral trade to $65 billion. Modi aims to address this trade imbalance and attract Russian investment and defense production to India. For 20 years, the West, especially the US, has strengthened ties with India to counter China's rising influence. India joined the Quad, a strategic forum with the US, Australia, and Japan, aimed at countering China. Meanwhile, President Putin has deepened ties with Beijing due to Western hostility, which concerns India, especially after a deadly 2020 border clash with China. India aims to keep friendly ties with Russia to prevent it from aligning too closely with China. Despite diversifying its weapon sources, India still heavily relies on Russian arms, and the Ukraine war has affected some defense supplies. According to Anil Trigunayat, a former ambassador and now a distinguished fellow at Vivekananda International Foundation in Delhi, Modi's visit discussion will include delays in military supplies and the issue of Indian nationals lured into fighting for Russia in Ukraine. India seeks to balance its relationship with both US and Russia to counter China following a policy of strategic autonomy and multi-alignments. PM interacted with the Indian community in Russia and shared his thoughts on India's rising global profile and its perception as a Vishwa Bandhu, and also appreciated the community for being a strong pillar of bilateral ties. PM Narendra Modi was also conferred with Russia's highest national award, the Order of St. Andrew the Apostle, by President Vladimir Putin in Kremlin.